and what then candidate Trump referred to as locker room talk. Bannon says it won't make any difference in the special election like it didn't make any difference in the president's election.
They don't care about this. They don't care about locker room talk. They care about their country, right?
Police in Rowan County say the suspect in a bank robbery was shot and killed following a chase. Police chief in Salisbury, Jerry Stokes, says the customer was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. It was a big surprise at Tuesday's local elections, the upset of Kinston incumbent Mayor B.J. Murphy by political newcomer Don Hardy. The mayor-elect beat Murphy in Tuesday's election by 200 votes. Hardy also got a congratulatory call from Governor Roy Cooper.
He said he'll be down here real soon. And I just wanted to say the citizens of Kinston turned out, and they spoke volumes when they came out to vote.
The Navy veteran and former Kinston police officer says he's ready to get to work. You're listening to NCN News.
This is Brian Geisinger from the ACC Sports Journal. Here's what we have at ACCSports.com today. College basketball is back in a big way, of course, here in the state of North Carolina and all up and down the ACC. To get you ready for hoop season, make sure to stop by ACCSports.com where we have a variety of preview pieces, including a look at the top 5 returning players in the ACC and just how Duke basketball may utilize Grayson Allen and Marvin Bagley in half-court offense this season. If you missed a recent episode of The David Glenn Show, you can catch all of DG's conversations with the best from around the ACC up at the David Glenn tab, including recent chats with Roy Williams of UNC, Kevin Keats of NC State, and Mike Krzyzewski of Duke basketball. For the latest news on the Wolfpack, Demon Deacons, Blue Devils, Tar Heels, and of course the rest of the ACC, make sure to check out ACCSports.com. We have you covered during hoop season. This has been the ACC Sports Report. I'm Brian Geisinger.
Senate Republicans lay out their plan for comprehensive tax reform. The plan is vastly different from the House version reforming the tax code. Rachel Blade, congressional reporter for Politico, says that President Trump wanted to see the individual mandate in Obamacare go away, but it will likely remain intact and not touch in either of the Senate or House takes on the tax reform.
In the House, they're not going to do a repeal of the individual mandate from Obamacare as part of this tax bill, and that is something the president has been pushing. It's not in the Senate bill at all either, so it looks like they're going to move forward without that, even though President Trump has been tweeting that he wants that part in the bill.
Wilmington City Council has unanimously approved a resolution that will help fight the opioid epidemic in the source. The resolution allows the city to hire legal counsel to sue drug suppliers who may have violated federal or state laws through the wholesale distribution of opioids. Mayor Bill Saffo tells WCAB News,
"We feel that they had an obligation to notify public health officials, the community, to tell them that we have a problem going on."
State health officials say a third person has died from the flu in North Carolina. The State Department of Human Resources says everyone who passed away was over 65 years of age. A month after his release from prison, O.J. Simpson has been banned from a Las Vegas hotel. CBS News correspondent Peter King has more on that may or may not have happened there.
The Cosmopolitan Hotel Casino won't comment publicly, but its management sent Simpson a trespass notice Wednesday and told him never to come back. Was Simpson drunk or belligerent while there? TMZ reports he was, but his attorney denies it. And he says while Simpson was never told why he was being banned, he thinks the decision came before he went there. He says Simpson left quietly, contacted his parole officer yesterday.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
We are country at its best with a blend of yesterday's memories. WCAB, Rutherfordton.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. President Trump addressing global business leaders as he arrives in Vietnam. The latest stop on his Asian tour. ABC's Karen Travers is there.
Leaders here are anxious to see what President Trump's America First policies mean for them in the wake of him pulling out of the Trans-Pacific Partnership, a regional trade agreement. Today, he gave a signal.
I will make bilateral trade agreements with any Indo-Pacific nation that wants to be our partner and that will abide by the principles of fair and reciprocal trade.
Mr. Trump says he expects America's partners will faithfully follow the rules, just like the U.S. Karen Travers, ABC News, traveling with the president in Da Nang, Vietnam.
Press Secretary Sarah Sanders says the president feels if sexual misconduct allegations against Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore are true, and more should step aside. Here's ABC's Janae Norman.
Just a month before the Alabama special election for U.S. Senate, new claims Republican candidate Roy Moore made sexual advances toward teenage girls decades ago. 4 women say they had romantic encounters with or propositions from Moore when he was in his mid-30s, and they were teenagers, including one who was just 14 years old in 1979. The controversial judge is denying the claims.
Allegations of sexual misconduct against comedian Louis C.K. as well.
HBO says it's pulling Louis C.K.'s stand-up specials and shows after the New York Times published allegations against the comedian of sex assault. HBO has also cut C.K. from its upcoming autism fundraiser Night of Too Many Stars. Also, Thursday night's premiere for C.K.'s movie I Love You Daddy was canceled. FX, where C.K. has starred in or produced 5 TV shows, says it's troubled by the allegations and reviewing the matter, but in 8 years, no one has ever accused C.K. of misconduct. Louis C.K.'s rep says to expect a written statement in the coming days.
ABC's Jason Nathanson in Hollywood. Signs of possible new confrontations in Syria following the fall of the last significant ISIS stronghold. This is ABC News.
Whether you're running, biking, or even sleeping, the equipment you use matters. Beauty Rest is equipment for high-performance sleep to help you perform at your best. For a limited time, get a free Beauty Rest sleep tracker monitor with the purchase of select mattresses during our Beauty Rest high-performance sleep sale. Monitor your sleep to see the difference the right equipment can make. Find a retailer at beautyrestretailers.com. Get your Beauty Rest at Tyson Furniture Company, Inc. in Black Mountain.
Are you more than $10,000 in debt? Don't let the credit card companies bully you anymore. There are programs in place to help you get free of your debt, and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. Get free of credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards, internet loans, and medical bills. Total Financial Freedom has helped thousands. They're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, too. Don't go bankrupt. You'll have the right to settle your debt for a mere fraction of what you owe. Call Total Financial now at 866-844-7344. That's 866-844-7344.
First major outdoor event to be held in Las Vegas Strip since the October mass shooting will take place this weekend.
It was just over a month ago that gunman Stephen Paddock carried out his attack. Bullets were raining down on concert-goers below. Now this weekend, the Las Vegas Rock and Roll Marathon gets underway with extremely tight security. Bands playing along the 26-mile route. The Goo Goo Dolls were set to perform at the same location as a country music festival where so many people died last month. Now they'll play at a different location. Alex Stone, ABC News.
Doctors in Boston have released images of former NFL star Aaron Hernandez's brain. They show severe CTE, the brain disease thought to be caused by repeated head trauma, like the kind that can be sustained playing pro football. Hernandez was 27 years old and serving a life sentence for murder when he committed suicide in April. Dr. Ann McKee is with Boston University's CTE Center.
We can say collectively that individuals with CTE and CTE of this severity have difficulty with impulse control, decision making, inhibition of impulses or aggression.
She says Hernandez's case of CTE was the most severe ever seen in someone his age. Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker officially approving the deal to land tech giant and iPhone maker Foxconn in his state. They'll make TVs there. Paperwork has now been signed. This is ABC News.
A good night's sleep starts with the right pillow. That's where MyPillow comes in, and we're excited to announce the MyPillow buy one get one offer is back. Purchase any MyPillow premium bed pillow and get the second bed pillow absolutely free. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the buy one get one free tab, and take advantage of this limited time offer. Use promo code SKY at checkout or call 1-800-635-1825. That's MyPillow.com, click on the buy one get one free tab, use promo code SKY at checkout.
Sherry Preston.
Have you noticed what's going on at Oakland Feed and Seed? Cheapest price in town on propane refills. 20-pound cylinder, $11.99. Forklift cylinder, $17.99. And the 100-pound cylinders, $55.99. Whole corn, $6.99 for the 50-pound bag. 10-10-10 fertilizer, $9.50 for the 50-pound bag. 17-17-17, just $12.50 for the 50-pound bag. Check with Oakland Feed and Seed for all prices. You'll find them the cheapest around. It's a generational thing. Your dad and your dad's dad shopped at Oakland Feed and Seed. Oakland Road, Spindale, locally owned and operated. And beer is no longer sold at Oakland Feed and Seed.
High pressure building our way from the north and west should leave us with mainly sunny skies as we finish out the week today. It'll be breezy and a little warmer than yesterday, but turning less humid. Highs will reach about 54 to 60. Then tonight, mainly clear and cold with diminishing winds. We'll have lows that range in the mid-20s to low 30s. Then on Saturday, we'll see lots of sunshine, some periods of high cirrus clouds tomorrow. It'll be cooler and very dry. Highs about 44 to 50. I'm meteorologist Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
Currently it's 38 degrees here in the Foothills Leading Information Center, WCAB. Sunny skies expected today with highs around 59 and wind about 6 miles per hour. And it looks like tomorrow is going to be another sunny day. Highs around 49, dropping back to 31 tomorrow night. And then on Sunday, mostly cloudy with a slight chance of a mixture on Sunday morning. Highs around 52. The chance of precip's only 20%. Richmond Hill Apartments in Rutherfordton could be the home you've been looking for. Richmond Hill Apartments are built for seniors 62 and up, or disabled 50 years and up, and they're handicap accessible. One-bedroom units are available, and project-based Section 8 assistance is available, and based on income, restrictions apply. This could be what you've been looking for. Contact Richmond Hill Apartments today at 287-2578. For more information, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m., this could be your home sweet home. Professionally managed by Community Management Corporation and an equal housing opportunity. Again, that phone number is 287-2578, 287-2578. Richmond Hill Apartments, Butler Street in Rutherfordton, a property built for what should be your most enjoyable years. Come live with us at Richmond Hill. Then we'll have these death announcements. Marvin Lee Smith, 93, passed away Tuesday, November the 7th. Visitation will be Saturday, November the 11th at 11 a.m. at Mount Vernon Baptist Church Sanctuary, with the service following at noon. Funeral arrangements are by Mike Behan's Funeral Home in Rutherfordton for Marvin Lee Smith. Richard Barry Davis, 64, of Fletcher, died Monday at Hospice of the Carolinas Foothills. A visitation will be held Saturday, November the 11th at Crow's Mortuary from 2 until 4. Crow's Mortuary is assisting the family of Richard Barry Davis of Fletcher. Judy Ann Biggerstaff, age 68, of Forey City, passed away Thursday at her residence. The funeral service will be conducted at 2 o'clock Saturday at the Harrelson Funeral Chapel. Burial will follow in Eternal Hills Memorial Park. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to service time at the funeral home. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services has been entrusted with the arrangements for Judy Ann Biggerstaff. Mr. Charles Warren Buck Whisnant passed away Tuesday at Hospice of Carolinas Foothills in Forey City. The funeral service will be held at 3 o'clock Saturday in the Race Path Baptist Church, with Reverend Dr. Bobby Gant, Reverend John Godfrey, and Reverend Randall Cooper officiating. Visitation will be in the sanctuary from 1 until 2:45 p.m. prior to the service. Burial will follow in the church cemetery. The Paget King Mortuary and Crematory is in charge of the arrangements for Mr. Charles Warren Buck Whisnant. Those are the death announcements we have in-house this morning. If you need the complete information on these, be sure to tune in at 11:35 this morning. Then again at 5:10, as part of the afternoon report, we'll have the complete obituaries here on WCAB in Rutherfordton. Today we're being kind to Helen Murray of Bostic. Her birthday is tomorrow. Turned 70. Want to wish her a happy birthday. Let me also remind you that the Stainless Ministries on Main Street in Spindale will be giving away Valley Foods pasta meals starting at 9 o'clock. Pasta will be basil and pesto with marinara sauce. Just circle the building and they'll load you up. That is this morning at the Stainless Ministries there in Spindale. Now stay tuned for the Call Around Morning Report right here on WCAB in Rutherfordton.
Have a little news flash here, folks. A business guy is making a government agency more efficient, and the government agency hates it. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, former Exxon CEO, is giving hundreds of State Department officials an assignment: clear up the huge backlog of public records requests. But by trying to make the State Department more transparent, Tillerson is making State Department employees mad. Why should clearing a backlog be a problem? Well, let's turn to Politico for the answer. Apparently, many State Department workers believe that Tillerson has an ulterior reason to clear up the records backlog, a political reason. Clearing the backlog means that thousands of former Secretary of State Clinton's official emails will now be released instead of staying buried at the department for years or decades or maybe forever. There are over 13,000 Freedom of Information Act requests on file, many involving documents from Hillary's tenure. A lot of those requests are from conservative groups. Judicial Watch says the State Department has yet to process at least 72,000 records containing Hillary emails. Another thing has State Department officials fuming. They resent being asked to do work that should be done by lower-level staffers and interns. It's beneath them. The assignment is turning them into glorified clerks. This is classic, folks. This is the swamp, and the deep state is deeply mad. Say, folks, you often hear me talk about the great deals you'll find at your Mahindra dealer, but they do more than sell tractors and utility vehicles. Mahindra is part of the community, and right now, your Mahindra dealer is ready to help you figure out if you qualify for year-end tax savings from the government. And you'll still enjoy Mahindra discounts, as well as the best limited powertrain warranties. So if you want to take home the toughest tractors and utility vehicles on the planet, or you just need advice on caring for the land that you love, stop by your Mahindra dealer. Say goodbye to the tax man and hello to year-end tax savings with Mahindra, the world's #1 selling tractor. Learn more at MahindraUSA.com.
Take advantage of rock-bottom prices and test drive a Mahindra today at East Rutherford Equipment in Ellenboro, or visit EastRutherfordEquipment.com. That's EastRutherfordEquipment.com.
Veterans, this is retired Army Colonel Greg Gadsden. In life after the military, it's our duty as veterans to have each other's back. If you recently filed a VA disability or pension claim and have been asked to go to a VA claim exam, I want to make sure you know what to expect. Go to va.gov and search compensation and pension exam to get the information you need for the benefits you've earned. Your VA claim exam. Know what's next.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs.
When my business got bigger, many things changed. My lunches got shorter, more meetings arranged. My budget got bigger, but all that it meant was I cared even more about how it was spent. When I spend it on radio, I see where it goes. My investment comes back, and my business just grows. Radio helps all businesses to grow. Find out how at radioheardhere.com.
Brought to you by this radio station to remind you that radio is heard here. Radio is heard everywhere.
Let the WCAB marketing team go to work for your business. It works. Call Tracy or Jim at 287-3356.
It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide daycare services for an aging parent or loved one. Rutherford Life Care can be just what you're looking for. Rutherford Life Care offers adults a safe and fun place during the day for medical monitoring, nutritional meals, and daily activities. Rutherford Life is licensed by the state of North Carolina Division of Aging. Call them today and let them answer questions you may have. That's 288-1697, 288-1697. Rutherford Life offers a staff of professionals who show the love and compassion that you entrust your loved ones to. That's Rutherford Life Care Services, located on Thunder Road, Spindale. Again, that phone number is 288-1697. Well, Farmer's Friend Feed Seeding Supplies giving away 2 big gift certificates this year. $250 gift certificates, giving one away November the 29th and another one on December the 20th. And all you have to do is go by and register, no purchase necessary. But while you're there, you might want to look around because there's a lot of outstanding specials going on right now. Special propane grill tanks, 20 pound, only $10.99. Special deal on shavings, Queen Horse bedding, $3.75 per bag. Large pine flakes, $3.50 per bag. And cow leg tubs, 24% protein, 200 pound, only $52.49. Generic dog food, 40 pounds for $11.99. That's just a sample of the many special deals going on right now for you and yours. Farmer's Friend Feed Seeding Supply, 188 Whiteside Road, Rutherfordton. You'll find them there Monday through Friday, 7:30 until 5:30, and Saturday, 7:30 until 2.
Doc Holliday grew up in Georgia, where he went to dental school and started to practice. But soon after, he developed tuberculosis and started heading west for a drier climate. For Doc Holliday, dentistry was an avocation with gambling his profession. Doc gravitated to where the action was: Dallas, Texas, Cheyenne, Wyoming, Dodge City, Kansas, and Tombstone, Arizona. And during his travels, Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp became friends. Although they both displayed uncanny nerve at times of crisis, in most ways they were different. Wyatt Earp tended to be calm and laid back. He preferred to fight a person with his fists or pistol whip them, resorting to shooting only as a last recourse. Doc Holliday was a hothead. At 5 foot 10 inches, Doc was a frail man weighing less than 150 pounds. He wanted to stay away from any physical confrontation. It's generally accepted that at the OK Corral, Wyatt's objective was to pistol whip the cowboys, whereas Doc Holliday wanted to kill them, and he probably fired the first shot. In the late 1800s, tuberculosis wasn't curable, and most people with it became bedridden with a slow death. Doc Holliday's adult life was spent with a secret hope that he would be shot and killed before he became an invalid. This was his greatest failure, because on November 8, 1887, Doc Holliday died in bed at a Glenwood Springs sanatorium. His last words reflected his sense of humor and a realization of his failure. With Doc's last breath, he said, "This is funny." You've just heard another story from Chronicle of the Old West. I'm Dakota Livesay.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday morning's edition of the Call Around Report. It is the 10th day of the month, and right now we have 38 degrees. Let's go to the phones now, and Deputy Burgess is on the phone to give us an update from the Sheriff's Department. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good, Todd. How are you?
Doing great. This is Jim, but go ahead with the report today.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
In the last 24 hours, we've had 141 calls of service, 15 arrests, and currently has 173 in the jail. As far as arrest, we have Christina Braun arrested on foot to appear on a misdemeanor. I have Kenneth Hughes Jr. arrested on failure to appear on a misdemeanor. I have Rebecca Peraldo also arrested on a failure to appear on a misdemeanor. We have Edgar Gonzalez, who was arrested for unauthorized use of motor vehicle and a resisting officer. And as far as incidents, we have Ricky Dixon and April Thompson, who reported a break and enter felony and larceny after breaking and entering. Several tools and vacuum cleaners and porcelain dolls are taken. And that's all I got for today.
Deputy Burgess, thank you for that report, and you be safe this weekend.
All right, will do. Thank you.
Bye-bye. And we'll get to the Communication Center report after this.
Stop into Save-A-Lot Grocery and save big money every day. Choose from a variety of name brand merchandise at incredible low prices. Save big on fresh meats, vegetables, pastries, frozen foods, deli items, and so much more. They are located in the White Oaks Plaza in Spindale. Hours are Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. until 9 p.m. and Sunday, 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. That's Save-A-Lot Grocery Store in the White Oaks Plaza in Spindale.
Now here's Candy with our report from the Communication Center. Candy, good morning.
Good morning.
What's on your report?
In the past 24 hours, Roseland County Sheriff's Office 911 Communication Center has processed 57 calls for EMS, 19 for rescue. For law enforcement, Sheriff's Office had 141, Forest City had 71, Ruston had 35, Lake Lure had 11, Spindale had 33. Fire calls, Bills Creek responded to a motor vehicle accident, Ellenburg to a motor vehicle accident, Green Hill to a motor vehicle accident, and Spindale to a motor vehicle accident, and that's all we had.
Thanks, Candy. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Bye.
One of the hottest things going on in automobile world today is the fuel-efficient Ford Escape from Sisk Family Ford. You get more value for your money with the Ford Escape, and you'll appreciate the comfort and the value in this remarkable automobile. Try one on for comfort today at Sisk Family Ford, and whenever you need top-of-the-line service on any automobile you own, be sure to bring it to the experts at Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
Ruby Taylor is our next reporter. She's overlooking the Danieltown area with a report. Good morning, Ruby. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Good. What's on your report?
Well, the fire department didn't have any calls, and on my birthday calendar, I've got Bruce Marr and Darlene McGinnis having birthdays today, and hope they have a nice day. Then tomorrow, Reverend Michael St. Paul is having a birthday, and hope he has a nice day. And also Sunday, Harry Black, Angie Johnson, and Gene Waters is having birthdays Sunday. Hope all these people have a nice day, and the signs in the heart today, and going to the bowels tomorrow and Sunday. And that's all I got, Jim.
I appreciate it, Ruby. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
The entire team at Crow's Funeral Home and Cremation Services can help you with options available. They will help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved one. During this time, it's important to turn to someone you can trust and depend on. Crow's Mortuary and Crow's Mortuary and Crematory has a long history of trust and dependability. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory. That's 286-2304. Well, if I brag a little bit on Hutchins Pest Control, you'll find them very able and willing to help you with your pest problem. If you have a problem or want to take care of it before it becomes a problem, call on Hutchins Pest Control. 34 years experience, and with their family name behind what they do, you can be sure it will be done right. Get a free estimate when you call Hutchins Pest Control. Here's that phone number to call them, 287-5171. That's 287-5171. Hutchins Pest Control. Honest, dependable, and on time. Now, Homer's on the phone with me from Rumbling Ball area with a report today. Homer, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Yeah.
A lot of people's glad.
What's going on up there?
A little cool morning. Sun's peeking out. Pretty clear skies. A little on the chilly side. Going to get a little colder, I hear. Start with the temperature. 44 at midnight. And I've got 40 right now. No rain. Not a whole lot going on up here this weekend. We are having a Veterans Day celebration. Not sure of the time. I'll find out, and I'll probably report that in the morning. I think it's around, well, I'm not sure, so I'm not going to try to say what time. But like I said, we are having a Veterans Day ceremony up here Saturday. I think they're having free breakfast for all the veterans, and it is open to the public. Got a couple of golf groups here. A few of them checked in yesterday. And we do have a wedding tomorrow at 4:30. So we got a little bit of activity going on up here. Not a lot, but a few things are going on here at Rumbling Ball. It's going to be a pretty decent weekend, a little on the chilly side.
Okay. Well, big thing, sure things run smoothly, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, we thank you.
See you, Homer. Bye.
Bye-bye.
23 past 7 o'clock. Reminder again, the Stainless Ministries on Main Street in Spindale will be giving away Valley Foods pasta meals starting at 9 o'clock. The pasta will be basil and pasta with marinara sauce. Just circle the building. They'll get you loaded up with Stainless Ministries food there from the Valley Foods pasta meals. Be a good weekend for you. And we'll be in kind of Helen Murray of Bostic has her birthday tomorrow, turns 70. Also keep this in mind, my special guest this morning at 8:35 is going to be Mr. Bud Byers, a veteran who's built a Veterans Memorial over at his property in Ellenboro Tiny Road, and it's what a magnificent place that is to see. If you've not been in a while, you should go. And Bud will be talking about that this morning at 8:35 right here with me on WCAB. And we're going to check it out with Bob Hodge. He's over in Hudlow area at the Hudlow Volunteer Fire District community. Bob, good morning.
Well, good Friday morning.
It certainly is a beautiful morning to wake up to.
Yeah, and it's sort of a cool morning, too. So
Yes, sir.
Looks like we're going to have a cool weekend, so we're going to have to drag that coat back out, ain't we?
I tell you, we're going to do that or find somebody to snuggle with.
I know it. But at that time of year, it feels more like Thanksgiving, getting close to Thanksgiving here.
Right.
Jim, up there with the fire department, been quiet during the night. We made a medical call. I didn't have any fire or wreck calls. And let's see, Mount Vernon Community Club now is having their country ham and chicken pie supper this coming Saturday evening. That'll be at the Mount Vernon Clubhouse. That starts from 4:30 p.m. until 6:30 p.m. Adults $9, children $5. 5 and under's free. They have country ham, chicken pie, green beans, slaw, grits, applesauce, biscuits, homemade desserts, and tea. And also Wilson Baptist Church will be having a Brotherhood lunch this coming Saturday and a horseshoe tournament and a silent auction, and that all starts at 12 o'clock. And Jim, that's about it. Things are running along pretty good up here in their neck of the woods this morning. Look like we're going to have a pretty weekend. It's going to be cool. But
Yep, it's going to be a nice one.
It's going to be nice there.
I'm glad it's going to be nice. A lot of veterans programs are taking place tomorrow, so that'll be good. It's going to be good weather for that.
Yeah, it's Veterans Weekend there and today, and so a lot of things going on with that. So everybody be careful and have a good weekend.
Bob, you too. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye. 26 and now past 7.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Just about 2.5 hours away from the kickoff of the live remote broadcast from Jay's Discount Grocery in Forest City. We'll be there from 9 till 12, or 10 till 12, and then from 3 until 5 this afternoon at Jay's Discount Grocery in Forest City. We hope you'll be there with us. Now we're heading over toward the Cherry Mountain Fire District and get Sue Price on the phone to get us caught up on what's been happening over there. Good morning, Sue.
Good morning, Jim.
Hope you're happy this morning.
Oh, yeah. It's a nice morning over here. The sun's coming up, so looks like it's going to be a pretty day. I started out at 41 degrees, so it's not too bad out there this morning. I think it's going to be cooler next couple of days, but that's okay. It feels more like the time of year. We've had some funny weather this year. All kinds of different things.
We certainly have.
But anyway, we just take what comes and enjoy whatever. We've got some pretty leaves over this way. There, a lot of them falling now, but it's been really pretty. I didn't think it's first of the season that we were going to have pretty leaves, but it's been beautiful. The Bostic Sunshine Highway and all the way up 226 into Marion and everywhere. It's just been gorgeous. Let's see, 41 degrees, no birthdays on my calendar. Fairview has a birthday for Art Steicher, so I hope he will have a good day today. And nothing on First Buds for today, so not too many celebrating over this way. It's just one of those days when they don't have a lot celebrating, but we hope anybody that's having a birthday or anniversary will have a good day and enjoy their day. And so far, I don't have any announcements. Nothing's come in, so it's just quiet and calm over this way, looking for a good day and a good weekend, and I hope you'll have one, Jim.
Thanks very much, Sue. I appreciate it. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. And we're listening to the Call Around Report here on WCAB in Rutherfordton. New people join us all the time from outside the area, and they wonder what's going on. So they tune in here for the Call Around Report to find out what's happening around the county. Thank you very much, those of you who've been reporting for a long time. We thank you for your dedication and commitment to that, and we're hoping to expand this even more to get some of the other fire districts on the radio to expand their information as well. 29 now past 7 o'clock. And one thing assured the fact that Southern Carpet, when they started out in business, 1993, they set out to be the best they could be in the business, to sell products, the best products at affordable prices, and ensure that their customers are satisfied with what they're doing. Their son, Clayton, joined the business with the same work ethic. Be the best you can be in this business, and folks will come back to you. They'll recommend you. The company Southern Carpet keeps surrounding themselves with includes some of the best: Bruce Hardwood, Appalachian Hardwood, Armstrong Vinyl, Shaw Carpet, Tarkett Flooring, and many, many more that you'll recognize. Largest selection of hardwoods and laminates in this area. So when you are ready to make that decision, it's time to step forward with some new floor covering or new carpet. Step forward to Southern Carpet. Drop by to see them at 1512 West Main Street, Forest City, right across the North State Gas Company. Or you can check them out on the web. They get beautiful pictures there on their website at southerncarpet.net.
I told my friend about Olmsted Plumbing, and boy, was she happy.
Well, what did she have to say?
I told her to call 245-7302, and they would get right out there.
And did she say she would
I told her to ask around. Homeowners, builders, and everybody likes Olmsted. Eric and Chad Olmsted and their team understand the homeowner's needs, and I like that.
They have an inventory of replacement parts and specialized equipment and tools for any job.
I told her that, too.
Well, what was that number again?
245-7302. That's 245.
Yeah, I got it. 245-7302. Olmsted Plumbing. Did you know that Rutherford County's largest pediatrics practice has 5 providers to serve the children and youth of this area? And even better, Rutherford Children's Care is welcoming new patients. With 3 physicians and 2 mid-level providers, the group is available to examine, diagnose, and treat patients from birth to age 18. Rutherford Children's Care is conveniently located at 162 Commercial Drive in Forest City, just behind Big Dave's Restaurant. To schedule an appointment, call Rutherford Children's Care at 828-287-9325.
Here's what our customers think about McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC.
I love my McCurry Deck Buick.
I love my McCurry Deck Chevrolet.
We love our McCurry Deck GMC.
We guarantee you'll love McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC for a city.
I am definitely a McCurry Deck customer for life.
I love the price and the McCurry Deck Customer for Life Rewards program. It gives you up to $3,000 or more in rewards.
Take the easy drive to savings. McCurry Deck for a city. Discover the rewards of being a customer for life.
It's 7:32 here on this Friday morning. A beautiful Friday morning it is. And we'll be joining Jay's Discount Grocery in just a little while as we broadcast Jay's Discount Grocery Holiday Celebration. And you're invited. Have a personal invitation. Come by. Get some super sale prices and discounts all day long. There'll be free food samples and free giveaways. That's today at Jay's Discount Grocery. Oak Street, Forest City, behind the Hospice Resale Shop, or right beside Duffy's Copier there in Forest City. We hope you'll come by, say hello, and we'll have some Christmas show tickets to give out also during the broadcast, so listen up for that. Rebecca Kelly is out of pocket this morning again, so we're going to jump right over Union Mills and head straight to Ellenboro and talk to a veteran, Luther Gilligan. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. It's supposed to be down in Ellenboro.
Thank you.
The sun's shining, now I'm shining, we're ready to go.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for yours.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was an honor to do mine.
It was an honor to do mine. I just didn't want to jump out of an airplane.
Hey, that was the fun part of it.
Some people get
you rode one, didn't you?
Several times, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I rode one, jumped out too.
Well,
good times.
I'm glad there are folks who enjoy doing that kind of thing.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm not gonna, well, I probably won't do it anymore though. Getting too old for that. But we're having a good time down here this morning. We're doing nothing yet, just sitting back, drinking coffee, and enjoying life. It's quiet this morning. Well, what department had one accident yesterday afternoon, then they had 3 medical calls through all last night. Last was about 3:15 this morning, so somebody had to get up early. But it wasn't me, but I'm glad that they do it. But hope they had everything quiet with them now. Well, I think I know it is. But we're going to have something going on next Saturday. I believe next Saturday, November the 18th. That will be next Saturday. Out here at Ellenboro School, we're going to be having 26th annual Fiddlers and Bluegrass Convention out there, and that'll start at 6:30 next Saturday night. So everyone invited down for good old toe tapping, hand clapping, good music. And they're going to be having first place, second place, third place band, first place, second place, third place band for each of the instruments there. Just come on down and enjoy the festival. And I said we have birthday today. Tammy Allen's having a birthday today, so I hope they have a great day. Enjoy. Nothing else going on, Jim. You have a great day of that. We'll talk to you Monday.
Thanks, Luther. I appreciate it. Enjoy your weekend.
Take care.
Thanks. Time for birthdays and anniversaries here on this Friday morning, and the Friday is the 10th of November. If you're celebrating our anniversary or a birthday, call it now. Or if you know someone that is, call that into us. We'll put all those that call into us together, have a drawing, and we give away some Daylight Donuts from Granny B's Bakery. Delicious Daylight Donuts will be given away to somebody. Lucky birthday person today. Meanwhile, if you having a birthday or not having a birthday, a great place to go have a good place to go for lunch or any special event is Gregory's Restaurant. Maybe this weekend while you're out and about doing some shopping or lining up yourself for the weekend, rush by Gregory's and enjoy a great meal. You can always expect to get a delicious meal there. Kids have a good time eating over there as well because they can enjoy a lot of things from the menu. And it is a fun place to go have a meal anytime by yourself, with a couple, with your favorite squeeze, or enjoy a great meal anytime at Gregory's. Gregory's is one of those places you like to recommend to folks when they come into the area. Right over at the Park Lane Plaza, Rutherfordton.
Your car only needs one place to prepare for the cooler months ahead. RS Speedy Lube, Railroad Avenue, Ruth. RS Express Inspection Station can get you back on the road and keep you legal. RS Speedy Lube Station has 2 lanes to get you in and out in no time. They carry wiper blades and will rotate your tires. Complete car care altogether, including transmission flush and car wash. Count on Chris and his team to take care of all your car needs. Make it your first stop. RS Speedy Lube Service Center, Railroad Avenue in Ruth.
Well, I'm happy to have a company like Miracle Ear as part of our family of advertisers here. It's a worldwide company, over 70 years of experience. It's an American-made product, and we have somebody like Lisa Terry helping a lot of your friends and a lot of my friends with their hearing. If you're noticing symptoms from someone you love, it may be time to recommend Miracle Ear to them. Lisa is a licensed hearing instrument specialist, and she loves what she does. She loves her patients, and the patients love Lisa, and it shows. She has a real desire to help you if you think you might have a hearing loss. You may not need an instrument, and if you do not, you'll never be forced to buy one. If you don't need one, just call Lisa, set up a free hearing test time, and see what's best for you. If you do feel like you need a hearing instrument, they make them so small anymore you hardly know they're there. But boy, can you hear what's going on. With Christmas time coming, those joys of Christmas, you want to be able to be a part of that. You want to hear that grandson sing that Christmas carol for the first time, or wish for that special something in your ear. It's time to go by Miracle Ear. Remember, a hearing loss is more noticeable than a hearing instrument anytime. Call Lisa at 447-7716, 447-7716. Go by the office. They are located in the same building with Southern Carpet.
The Recliner Center is happy to introduce new styles of Spring Air mattresses. Some come with the cool gel that you're going to love. Remember the days when you could flip your mattress? Well, Spring Air is now offering the flippable mattress. Check out these for a really great night's sleep. The Recliner Center is needing to make room for some new styles of lift chairs, recliners, and sofas, and you're going to get some special deals on the floor models and extra inventory in the store. Now, you always know you get the best deals in town at the Recliner Center, and now's the best time to go shopping. Check on the inventory of new recliners, sofas, and lift chairs coming in. Now, some of the styles have a new water-repellent fabric. Water beads up instead of soaking into the fabric. Leave it to the Recliner Center to offer you the best choices and best prices. Ask to see the new wall hugger style furniture. Hours are Wednesday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturday 9 to 2. The Recliner Center on Cooper's Gap Road in Rutherfordton.
That's really something to crow about. It's the Daylight Donuts from Granny B's in Spindale. Get yours today while they're fresh. They're good. They're delicious. It's Daylight Donuts. It's something to crow about. Happy day. Well, happy birthday to Helen Murray of Boston. Her birthday is coming up tomorrow, but we're being kind to her today. She turns 70. I want to wish her a happy early birthday today. Also celebrating today, we have Bruce Morrow, 71, in Danieltown. And Glenn and Holly Hutchins, 66 years anniversary today. They live in Rutherford. And Tabitha Sprouse is 13, goes to RS Middle School. And also celebrating on this 10th is Jesse M. Smith. So happy birthday to everybody. And we wish you have many, many more happy returns. And we'll find out which one of these birthdays that we called in will be winning the Daylight Donuts from Granny B's. Stand by. Brian Connor has a birthday on Sunday, this coming Sunday, so we wish Brian an early happy birthday.
A friend sent me a series of statements which are helpful for today's living. I pass them on to you. 1. Prayer is not a spare wheel that you pull out when in trouble. It is a steering wheel that directs us in the right path throughout life. 2. Our past is not as important as our future, so look ahead and move on. 3. Friendship is like a book. It takes a few seconds to burn, but it takes years to write. 4. Old friends are like gold. New friends are diamonds. If you get a diamond, don't forget the gold, because to hold a diamond, you always need a base of gold. 5. Often when we lose hope and think this is the end, God smiles from above and says, "Relax, this is just a bend, not the end." 6. A blind person asked St. Anthony, "Can there be anything worse than losing eyesight?" He replied, "Yes, losing your vision." And 7. Worrying does not take away tomorrow's troubles, but it does take away today's peace. This is Bill Hostler with today's key to confident living. Scripts for these programs are available in book form by calling toll-free at 1-888-333-KEYS. Or why not visit our website at www.todayskey.net. Big congratulations going out to Bruce Morrow of Danieltown. He's 71. He's won himself some Daylight Donuts from Granny B's. And Bruce will have that certificate out here for you. Just stop by and pick that up and take them over to Granny B's. Daylight Donuts this weekend. We got a full packed in next hour. Just Friday night. I think we're going to call in just a little after 8 o'clock this morning to talk about tonight's game and the playoffs as the season happening. Bud Byers is going to be my guest at 8:35, talking about a wonderful, wonderful Veterans Memorial that he's built over there on his property. And I want you to know more about it. It's been written up in magazines, been on television, special programs, been written in the newspaper, and talked about people coming from all over the country to see this Veterans. And I bet many of you right here in Rutherford County have not been over there yet to see it. We'll talk about that with Bud Byers coming up here in just a few moments.
trusting in you. Swift wings we must borrow, make straight for the shore. We marry tomorrow, and she goes sailing no more. Red sails in the sunset, way out on the sea. Oh, carry my loved one home safely to me. Red sails in the sunset, way out on the sea. Oh, carry my loved one home safely to me. If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt
NCN News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. The Republican candidate for Senate in Alabama says the allegations of sexual misconduct against him aren't true. The claims about Roy Moore date back to the 1970s and involve teenage girls. CBS News correspondent Donna Francovello.
If you look at his Twitter page, Judge Roy Moore says, "Rest assured, I will never give up the fight." It's that kind of attitude that may allow him to prevail, and where some leaders may say it may just back off and the heat may fall away.
The Senate voted unanimously approving a measure requiring all senators, staff, and interns to be trained on preventing sexual harassment. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell was one of a handful of senators who introduced legislation. CBS News congressional correspondent Nancy Cordes.
It's the Senate saying that it recognizes that this is a problem that needs to be fixed, but also not wanting to draw a lot more attention to that problem.
This Saturday, the Trump administration will consider some 24 law enforcement agencies, including the Alamance County Sheriff's Department, seeking to become part of the federal crackdown on undocumented aliens. ACLU spokeswoman Irina Cuomo tells WXII News.
Alamance has had such a terrible record of abuses against Latino communities there.
A Buncombe County woman has been indicted for the 2016 murder of her husband. Brenda McCutcheon made her first appearance on Thursday. Her attorney says she grew up in Tennessee and is a registered nurse and even worked in her husband's office.
She herself is a registered nurse who went out through the ranks. She's done just about every job that a nurse can do.
Police in Rowan County say the suspect in a bank robbery was shot and killed yesterday following a chase. Salisbury police say officers received a call that there'd been a bank robbery at a Wells Fargo branch on Thursday. Listening to NCN News.
This is Brian Geisinger from the ACC Sports Journal. Here's what we have at ACCSports.com today. College basketball is back in a big way, of course, here in the state of North Carolina and all up and down the ACC. To get you ready for hoop season, make sure to stop by ACCSports.com where we have a variety of preview pieces, including a look at the top 5 returning players in the ACC and just how Duke basketball may utilize Grayson Allen and Marvin Bagley in half-court offense this season. If you missed a recent episode of The David Glenn Show, you can catch all of DG's conversations with the best from around the ACC up at the David Glenn tab, including recent chats with Roy Williams of UNC, Kevin Keats of NC State, and Mike Krzyzewski of Duke basketball. For the latest news on the Wolfpack, Demon Deacons, Blue Devils, Tar Heels, and of course the rest of the ACC, make sure to check out ACCSports.com. We have you covered during hoop season. This has been the ACC Sports Report. I'm Brian Geisinger.
President Trump's 12-day trip to Asia continues. CBS News correspondent Stephen Portnoy is traveling with the president. He says the main goal of the trip is to bolster U.S. trade in that region.
The president is attending the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, or APEC Summit. He urged business leaders in the region to help push back against North Korea's nuclear ambitions.
The future of this region and its beautiful people must not be held hostage to a dictator's twisted fantasies of violent conquest and nuclear blackmail.
The president also spoke trade, and again, as he did earlier in the week in China, blamed his predecessors, not other nations, for unfair deals.
That's CBS's Stephen Portnoy. In advance of Veterans Day, Senator Tom Tillis took to the floor of the Senate calling for better health care for veterans.
We need to make sure that health care is available across the map, and we need to recognize that that challenge in North Carolina is vastly different than the same challenge in, say, South Dakota. We have a state population of 10 million people, almost 1 million veterans are approaching that.
7 high schools in a North Carolina system were evacuated and closed after an unspecified threat, which officials determined wasn't credible. All high schools in the Cabarrus County school system were closed on Thursday out of what police say was an abundance of caution. A blast of winter heading toward the Great Lakes, northeast, all the way to the middle Atlantic states, including North Carolina. Some areas will see record cold temperatures and snow. Up near the northern part of the Michigan area, blizzard-like conditions are in store. CBS Boston station WBZ chief meteorologist Eric Fisher says has this update.
We are tracking the coldest air we've seen in a long time. Big lobe of Arctic air that's moving its way right on down to the eastern U.S. and the focus of it really on the northeast. Friday into Saturday. It's a quick hit, but this one is going to sting.
We are country at its best with a blend of yesterday's memories. WCAB, Rutherfordton.
ABC News. I'm Karen Travers in Vietnam. An America First speech from President Trump.
We are not going to let the United States be taken advantage of anymore.
But his message to APEC nation leaders, they should do the same in their countries, using a classic line from The Wizard of Oz.
The world has many places, many dreams, and many roads. But in all of the world, there is no place like home.
After pulling the U.S. out of the Trans-Pacific Partnership, the president says he'll make one-on-one agreements with any nation who will practice fair and reciprocal trade. Traveling with the president in Vietnam, I'm Karen Travers. Now with more news, here's Sherry Preston.
Weeks ahead of next month's special election, Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore is facing accusations of sexual misconduct. The Washington Post reporting 4 women say they had romantic encounters with or propositions from Moore when he was in his mid-30s, and they were teenagers. ABC's Mary Bruce is on Capitol Hill.
The condemnation for Moore yesterday from here on the Hill was swift and resounding. Almost immediately, Republicans said these allegations are disturbing and disqualifying. Now, this seat is crucial to Republicans for maintaining their slim 2-vote majority, but Moore shows no signs of backing down, and it's too late to replace him on the ballot. And if he does win, it's unclear how Republicans here would interact with him, how they would work with him, but it is clear Moore would receive a very chilly reception.
Accusations of sexual misconduct against comedian Louis C.K. He has not issued any statement following a story in the New York Times, but the premiere for his new movie, scheduled for last night, was canceled. Also this morning, Olympic gold medal gymnast Aly Raisman telling 60 Minutes she was sexually abused by team doctor Larry Nassar. Nassar has been accused by dozens of gymnasts of sexually abusing them under the guise of treating them for athletic injuries. You're listening to ABC News.
Are you more than $10,000 in debt? Feel like you're on a never-ending treadmill, staying in one place and never getting ahead with those minimum payments? Do you feel like there is no way out? Don't let the credit card companies bully you anymore. There are programs in place to help you get free of your debt, and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. The program at Total Financial Freedom can help you get debt-free in months instead of decades. Get off the debt treadmill and stop the harassment. Get free of credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards, internet loans, and medical bills. Call now at 866-844-7344 for free information. For about 10 years, Total Financial Freedom has helped thousands. They're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, too. Get off the endless cycle without having to declare bankruptcy. You'll have the right to settle your debt for a mere fraction of what you owe. Call Total Financial now at 866-844-7344. That's 866-844-7344.
Former Trump campaign volunteer George Papadopoulos talking more about what he has told investigators looking into Russian election meddling. Here's ABC Chief Investigative Correspondent Brian Ross.
According to a person with direct knowledge of the investigation, George Papadopoulos says he lied to agents so he wouldn't contradict what Donald Trump had been saying publicly about his campaign's contacts with Russia. And the person with knowledge of the investigation says Papadopoulos is upset the man he tried to protect is now trying to distance himself, as with this presidential tweet. Few people knew the young, low-level volunteer named George, who has already proven to be a liar.
Top Trump inner circle officials are now being investigated and questioned by Robert Mueller and his team. How much of a role do your feelings play and how much you save for retirement? Could be a lot. Here's ABC's Daria Albinger.
Emotions can affect how we save for retirement if we save at all.
A lot of people let things get in the way. Because they don't have a plan, they tend to just act and make decisions on their money and then look back on their decisions and then say, well, I don't have enough money to save for retirement. I barely have enough money to make ends meet.
Rich Rossini with PNC Investments says, as for those who do save,
these people have a higher degree of confidence and comfort that they're going to achieve their goals.
And for most, those goals are to live comfortably in retirement and to travel. Daria Albinger, ABC News.
This is ABC News.
Get the year's best Serta mattress deals right now during the Serta Black Friday event. Don't miss this once-a-year deal on premium luxury and comfort savings. Choose the incredibly comfortable Serta iComfort sleep system and get a free box spring. Or customize your comfort and save up to an incredible $1,200 on a Serta adjustable set. Don't miss the Serta Black Friday event. Our best deals on our best mattresses end soon. Hurry in today. Find your local retailer at sertaretailers.com. Experience Serta Comfort today at America's Mattress and Slumber Kids in Hickory.
I'm Sherry Preston, ABC.
Stop in today at the Jesse James Railroad Express. They're located right out here at 531 Railroad Avenue in Rutherford. They offer delicious breakfast bagels, muffins, Davis donuts, sausage biscuits, egg and cheese biscuits, or the new sausage, egg, and cheese donut. Enjoy all the express burgers, the new Frisco, Outlaw, or Pimento cheeseburgers. They offer various sandwiches, croissants, and soups, hot dogs, and fresh salads. And now, wait for this, introducing the grilled Hershey sandwich. Yeah, open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call 447-4644, the Jesse James Railroad Express, Railroad Avenue in Rutherford. Make your stop out there today.
High pressure building our way from the north and west should leave us with mainly sunny skies as we finish out the week today. It'll be breezy and a little warmer than yesterday, but turning less humid. Highs will reach about 54 to 60. Then tonight, mainly clear and cold with diminishing winds. We'll have lows that range in the mid-20s to low 30s. Then on Saturday, we'll see lots of sunshine, some periods of high cirrus clouds tomorrow. It'll be cooler and very dry. Highs about 44 to 50. I'm meteorologist Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
6 minutes after 8 o'clock, a beautiful day in the neighborhood right now. And 39 degrees as we warm up to about 59 for a daytime high today. And a light wind about 6 miles per hour. Well, what's the weekend like, Jim? Well, coming up on Saturday, mostly sunny, highs around 49. Then on Sunday, mostly cloudy with a 20% chance of a mixture on Sunday morning. That depends on where the temperature is when you wake up, but highs around 52 on Sunday, and Monday mostly sunny with highs around 61. 6 minutes after 8 o'clock right now here on WCAB. Bruce Morrow is the one who won the Daylight Donuts this morning. He's 71, lives over in Danieltown. Wish him a happy birthday. And also we're being kind to Helen Murray, who has a birthday coming up on tomorrow. Her birthday's coming up tomorrow. She'll be 70, so wish her a happy birthday and a Be Kind to. Now we have some Be Kind 2 dates open on the calendar. We have Monday and Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week's open. If you know somebody celebrating a birthday, those dates are anniversary. We'd love to be kind to them all day and mention them throughout today. So give Todd a call here in a couple of minutes, and we'll flag your dates for you. Well, we know it's Friday. We thought the football season might end, but it didn't end. It's still going on. Friday night football, and here is Mr. Friday Night Jay Coombs on the radio to tell us a little bit about it. Jay, good morning.
Well, good morning, Jim.
Thank you, man. It's good to be back on the radio with you. On it Friday, we didn't know how far this might go. It looks like it's going.
Well, we have two teams in Rutherford County that have qualified for the postseason playoffs. First team up is the one that gets to play tonight. That is East Rutherford. And the Cavaliers actually with a very good seeding, number 8 seed in the 2A playoffs. Cavaliers finished up 7-4 for the season. That was good for third place in the Southwestern Athletic Conference behind South Point and Shelby. And tonight in Forest City, the 8th seeded Cavaliers will be hosting number 9 seed East Montgomery. The Eagles finished up the regular season at 9-2. Their only 2 losses came to the first and second place team in the Rocky River Conference, that being Mount Pleasant and Anson. They're a 9 seed. Cavaliers are an 8 seed. If you look at this game on paper, if you compare stats between the two teams, this could be just a great contest tonight over at Brian Harrell Stadium in Forest City. These two teams match up evenly against one another up and down the roster. I think we're in for a really good game tonight in Forest City as East Rutherford will be hosting East Montgomery. Now, other team that made it into the playoffs, and we knew that they would, Thomas Jefferson, Classical Academy Griffins. Oh, that was a tough loss last week down in Monroe, losing to Union Academy 30-24. But the Griffins finished up 10-1 on the season. They received the number 3 seed in the 1A playoffs. And that means that in both the 4A and the 1A brackets, only 48 teams are invited in the postseason this year. So that a first-round bye. That means they won't have to play until next Friday night, and next Friday night they will be at home in Avondale. Griffins will be facing the winner of tonight's game between number 11 seed Hayesville and number 6 Elkin. Hayesville at 3 and 8, Elkin at 5 and 6. But regardless, the highest seed is always the host team. Therefore, next week in Avondale, second round of the 1A playoffs, Griffins will face either Hayesville or Elkin, depending upon who wins that game tonight. So, well, we look at the playoff brackets. It's a new system that was used this year. There are some bugs, and still some teams that people kind of shake their heads and wonder how they managed to get in. I think the one that I find most amusing of all is in the 4A playoffs. South Caldwell, a team that only won one game all season long, not only made it into the 4A playoffs, but because finishing as the top 4A school in their conference, they received a number two seed in the Western half playoff brackets. They have a first-round bye. And for a 1-10 team, not only to make the playoffs, but then to receive a first-round bye, obviously there are some problems with this new system, and I think the state office is going to have to take a look at that. As far as what East Rutherford has come up with and what Thomas Jefferson, I think it's very fair, and I think there are possibility of some really good games in the playoffs for both of our teams. I like the matchup tonight in Forest City. Of course, I'd like to see the Cavaliers win. If they do, they would face the winner of tonight's game between number 16, West Lincoln, and number 1, undefeated Reedsville. And, of course, East Rutherford would have to go on the road to Reedsville if Reedsville remains undefeated and improves to 12-0 tonight. And that would be next week. Can't take a look ahead, though, because Cavaliers need to focus on tonight. Very, very good Eagles team. Cavaliers need to play well. They need to be solid. Need to eliminate penalties tonight, and try to get some points on the board as they have done the past couple of weeks. If they want to advance and go past East Montgomery tonight.
Playoff time makes it difficult for programming scheduling, doesn't it? No,
well, yeah, you have to play it on a week-to-week basis because this is that time of the year. As long as you win, you advance. If you lose, it's over. So, obviously, for Chase and RS Central, their football seasons are now over, and they turn their attention already to basketball and wrestling and the winter sports. But for East Rutherford and Thomas Jefferson, now it's win or go home. So that means every week you've got to come out and play your best and hope for the win. Otherwise, your season, boom, it comes to a really abrupt halt.
Kickoff time 7:30.
Kickoff time is 7:30 tonight in Forest City. We'll be on the air at 6:45. Countdown to kickoff. Cliff Palmieri and I providing the play-by-play action. Reminder that we will be streaming tonight. The website for folks to log into is WCABfootball.com. It's WCABfootball.com. And if you'd like to follow us on either Facebook and or Twitter, it's the same thing. All you need to remember is WCAB Football.
Mr. Friday Night, thank you so much for the good season we've had so far. We look forward to hearing you again tonight on the radio for high school football playoffs.
Jim, we are looking forward to it. I hope we get a great turnout as well. Weather is going to cooperate. It'll be cool, but this is November football weather. No chance of rain for tonight. So let's fill the stadium. Support the Cavaliers tonight.
Sounds good. Mr. Friday Night, thanks so much. I'll listen to you tonight. So long.
Okay. Thanks, Jim.
Bye. That's Jay Coombs on the radio this morning here on WCAB. It's 14 minutes after 8 o'clock. Coming up in just a few hours, we'll be broadcasting live from Jace Discount Grocery. as we have the discount grocery holiday celebration. Super sales prices and discounts all day long, and free food samples and giveaways. That's today, starting at 10 o'clock until 12. We'll take a break. We'll come back at 3 o'clock until 5. Broadcasting live on WCAB. We'll have some Christmas show tickets over there also to give away. Just listen up how we will do that, and you'll have a chance of winning again this morning. Bud Byers is going to be my guest in the Blue Room about 8:35 this morning. We'll be talking about his fabulous Veterans Memorial over at his place. We'll talk about how that got started and what it's all about. Meanwhile, many men and women who have served and sacrificed for our country were born and raised right here in Rutherford County. We salute veterans all over the country, but we have so many right here in Rutherford County. To all of those, we give a hearty thank you for your service. There is one family we want to mention that we learned about last week, a family of 7 sons who each served in some branch of service to our country, Army, Marines, and so forth. The 7 sons of Ralph and Beulah Roop all served our country, were Jim Roop, Jake Roop, Tom Roop, John Roop, Steve Roop, Mike Roop, and Norris Roop, who is now deceased. All these men grew up in Rutherford County, and all but one of them still live here. Thank you to all these brothers who served to keep our country free. Thank you, Roop brothers, for your service to the country. We're so proud to know you. And I'll be back with some news from here and there in just a moment.
Washburn-Dorsey Funeral Home, along with McMahon's Funeral Home and Paget and King Mortuary, invite you to a free screening of the movie Honor Flight, a documentary depicting the travel of 4 World War II veterans to the nation's capital to the World War II Veterans Memorial. The movie will be shown at 1 o'clock Tuesday, January 16th at the Retro Cinema 4 in Forest City. To reserve your seat for you and a guest, please call one of the sponsoring funeral homes during regular business hours, Monday through Friday, or with any questions concerning the showing of the movie Honor Flight.
A gift is much more than what's hidden beneath its shiny wrapping. It's the excitement and anticipation you feel right before you open it, the frenzy of thoughts that rush through your mind of what it could be, and the thrill of finally knowing the unknown. A gift holds limitless potential. It lets us dream a little. Capture their heart and their imagination with a gift full of possibility. Share holiday scratch-offs from the North Carolina Education Lottery with everyone on your list. With $1, $2, $3, $5, and $10 scratch-offs and more than $50 million in total prizes, you can give a gift full of the wonder of what could be. This holiday season, give the gift of a dream.
Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning, including break-even prizes, range from 1 in 3.43 to 4.86. Approximate odds to win top prizes range from 1 in 720,000 to 1.08 million. $1 million annuity prize with lump sum cash value of $600,000. Problem Gambling Helpline 877-718-5543.
The focal point of America's Veterans Day observances is at Arlington National Cemetery, but all across the nation, in communities of every size, Americans gather on Veterans Day to honor their fellow citizens currently serving in the armed forces and to offer prayer for all American veterans. On Veterans Day 2015, we salute all veterans across America and right here at home.
Connor Computer, 142 West Court Street, Rutherford, would like to take this time to sincerely thank all our veterans who have served our country with pride. Thank you, men and ladies, for keeping us safe and free. Stop by Connor Computer, see a huge display from the old Spindale Sun-Times newspaper with hundreds of clippings from all service dates. Many Rutherford County servicemen and ladies who have fought and served our country well are among the many on display.
There are plenty of drugstores around here, but not all of them offer the personal customer service that's offered at the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton. Laura Hodge and her team know waiting in long lines is not what you want to do when you're waiting on a prescription to be filled. They understand your need for prompt and accurate service. You're not just a number to them, you're a friend. Make the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton your hometown drugstore. And if you haven't yet gotten your flu shot, be sure to go by the Medicine Box of Rutherford. Give them a call at 287-7117 and set up a good time for you to come by and get yours. That's 287-7117, or stop by Medicine Box of Rutherford for your flu shot. They're in the Napa Building, Charlotte Road, Rutherford.
These are some of the events we know about that are taking place tomorrow. The Veterans Day, actually one of them is tonight, the Veterans Day concert at 7 o'clock this evening at the Foundation, Isothermal Community College, featuring Old 74 Jazz Band and the Rutherford Community Chorus. The general admission is $8, but it's free to all veterans. And there'll be a fireworks display over Lake Imogene following the concert, and that is tonight. Call the Foundation box office for more information on that and to get your ticket if you're not a veteran, but for a veteran, you get in free. Then tomorrow, Salute to Veterans, 9:30 at RS Middle School. It's free. Community event, food, fun, military vehicles will be there. If you want to bring a new unwrapped toy for tots, for Toys for Tots, that'll be welcomed as well. That's tomorrow morning. Be a representative from each of the branches of service speaking tomorrow. And Operation Help a Veteran, 5K walk, run, 9 a.m. registration until 8:30. Parking lot at Rutherford Heating and Air beside Harbor Freight in Spindale. Proceeds will go to number 22 Too Many, an organization that helps suicidal veterans and their families. If you need more information on that, you can call 289-1567. So a lot of activities for veterans taking place, and we hope you'll take time this weekend to recognize a veteran. If you know somebody that is a veteran, disabled veteran, or someone who is not, just make sure you take time to thank them for their service. There'll be a special men's prayer breakfast honoring all veterans at Pilgrim's Way Baptist Church on Hamilton Road, Rutherfordton. That's tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So if you'd like to go to that, free meal and prayer for all the veterans. Let's see, there might be the only ones I've got right now. But if you know of another veterans event you want to call that into us, we'll be glad to plug that this morning. Are you looking for an internal medicine physician in Rutherford County who has open appointments right now? The great news is that Chase Family Care is welcoming new patients today, led by Dr. Russell Stewart and Greg Goodman. Chase Family Care can work with you to manage chronic disease, to treat illnesses, or to assist in developing a health and wellness plan that meets your needs. They are conveniently located at 1269 Highway 221A near Forest City and Caroline. Trust Chase Family Care to give you personal attention with a small-town friendly touch. Call 828-657-5371 for an appointment. Well, this is the last basement sale for 2017 on Whiteside Road. They'll be open this week through tomorrow. Started on Tuesday. They're going through tomorrow, 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. Thanksgiving, Christmas items, $1 up to $5, nothing more than $5. It's right across from Wilson Church. Take either Hudlow Road or Pea Ridge Road out of Bostic to 3630 Whiteside Road, and then look for the yellow basement sale signs. If you're following Whiteside Road, you'll pass right by Wilson Church, and that's where the sale is. It's going on, it'll be starting here about 9 o'clock, going until 3 today, and then 9 till 3 tomorrow. Don't miss this one. Deputy Burgess gave us a report from the Sheriff's Department this morning, and here he is.
The last 24 hours, we've had 141 calls of service, 15 arrests, and currently has 173 in the jail. As far as arrest, we have Christina Braun arrested on foot to appear on a misdemeanor. I have Kenneth Hughes Jr. arrested on failure to appear on a misdemeanor. I have Rebecca Geraldo also arrested on a failure to appear on a misdemeanor. We have Edgar Gonzalez, who was arrested for unauthorized use of a motor vehicle and a resisting officer. And as far as incidents, we have Ricky Dixon and April Thompson, who reported a break and enter felony and larceny after breaking and entering. Several tools and vacuum cleaners and porcelain dolls are taken. That's all I got for today.
Boo! Say boo to the flu. This is Lauren with Smith's Drugs in downtown Forest City. Make sure the flu doesn't come and get you. Be prepared with the flu immunization, which you can get Monday through Friday from Smith's Drugs in downtown Forest City. It's no cost with most insurances.
Bud Myers coming up at 8:35 this morning right here on the radio. Now stay tuned. We got an update on sports on the Mighty 590 and on Northland Cable Channel 5 and streaming on the World Wide Web.
NZN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. The Tar Heels have broken the schneid. Anthony Ratliff Williams returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown.
How about this? They pitch it back to Ratliff Williams. Downfield. Touchdown. All this kid does is create touchdowns.
The call from the ACC Sports Network as Ratliff Williams threw for another touchdown on a trick play, his second of the night. He also hauled in the eventual go-ahead score midway through the fourth quarter to lift North Carolina 34-31 over Pittsburgh. He was asked after the game which score he enjoyed the most.
I'd say the first one because it was just me and all my guys on the field and went to the end zone. So that's probably the biggest part. On top of that, first kickoff of the game, you don't get no bigger than that.
Ratliff Williams accounted for 230 all-purpose yards for the Tar Heels, who ended a 6-game losing streak by rallying repeatedly against the Panthers, who are still looking to become bowl eligible. Appalachian State is bowl eligible. Taylor Lamb threw 2 touchdown passes, and Marcus Williams Jr. had 28 carries for 130 yards as they helped Appalachian State keep Georgia Southern winless in a 27-6 win last night. Mountaineers improved to 6-4. Russell Wilson threw 2 touchdowns to Jimmy Graham, and the Seahawks added to their history of success in Arizona with a 22-16 win over the Cardinals. The Seahawks limited Adrian Peterson to 29 yards and 21 carries while improving to 6-3 and winning the game that was marred by a host of injuries and penalties, the majority of which were incurred by Seattle. They lost cornerback Richard Sherman to a ruptured Achilles tendon. He's gone for the season. Russell Wilson says losing their star corner for the rest of the year, it will be tough.
To lose a guy like that, like I said, you can't replace him. But for us, we just have to be a little bit better.
Ezekiel Elliott has run out of reprieves and failed to keep his 6-game suspension over alleged domestic violence on hold. A federal appeals court judge in New York denied the injunction to continue, blocking the suspension, but ordered a hearing soon, so it could be scheduled. Zeke won't play Sunday against Atlanta. This is NCN Sports.
Hello, North Carolina. Geico presents things that'll make you feel good.
Dolphins give each other names. Those squeaks and clicks might be dolphin for.
Hey, Tom, come check this out.
Something else to make you feel good. Geico's been offering great savings and service for over 75 years and has a 97% customer satisfaction rating. And that satisfying coverage isn't just for your car. The Geico Insurance Agency can help you insure your home, apartment, and condo. And Geico offers motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. You know what else will make you feel good? It rains diamonds on Jupiter due to extreme atmospheric pressure, thus really making it rain. And Geico is the second largest auto insurer in the country, so breathe easy. We've got your back. Plus, you might be able to save even more money because Geico could help you find savings like military or federal discounts. And Geico offers emergency roadside service.
So, North Carolina, contact Geico online at geico.com. You'll feel better after you do.
Number 1 Duke opening the men's basketball season tonight at home. Elon visiting Cameron Indoor Stadium. Grayson Allen was reanointed the co-captaincy during the preseason workouts. That after he was stripped of the C following tripping troubles last year. Roy Williams isn't sure who will be the starting guard for tonight when the 9th-ranked Tar Heels open against Northern Iowa at the Dean Dome.
I'm really not sure what I'm going to do. Joel's not going to play. Cam went down. He didn't practice yesterday. Kenny sprained his ankle yesterday. Theo sprained his ankle the day before. I'd love to tell you I'm going to go bam, bam, but Luke's going to start.
North Carolina State's Kevin Keats eager to see how much his new team has learned in the offseason overhaul. Wolfpack open the season tonight when VMI comes to town. The Wolfpack will be without senior forward Abdul Malik Abu. He's recovering from a sprained knee ligament. Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
Have you noticed what's going on at Oakland Feed and Seed? Cheapest price in town on propane refills. 20-pound cylinder, $11.99. Forklift cylinder, $17.99. And the 100-pound cylinders, $55.99. Whole corn, $6.99 for the 50-pound bag. 10-10-10 fertilizer, $9.50 for the 50-pound bag. 17-17-17, just $12.50 for the 50-pound bag. Check with Oakland Feed and Seed for all prices. You'll find them the cheapest around. It's a generational thing. Your dad and your dad's dad shopped at Oakland Feed and Seed. Oakland Road, Spindale, locally owned and operated.
Hello, this is Dwayne Hunt with Insurance Service Associates. Are you on disability? Or maybe you're on Medicare? Or maybe both? Come see me, Dwayne Hunt at Insurance Service Associates about a Medicare Advantage product brought to you by Humana. please give me a call, 245-5301 at Insurance Service Associates, 127 East Trade Street, Forest City.
Almirola.
I want to drive the fastest race cars, and I don't want to have an excuse.
Is perfect for the 10.
I think anything short of winning and making the playoffs would be a disappointment.
Loss.
It's hard to even understand how something like that could happen.
He's been around the sport a long time. He understands how it works.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass.
ABC Tonight.
On one night,
The heart of country music beats stronger than ever.
the CMA Awards with performances by Garth Brooks, Luke Bryan, Miranda Lambert, Thomas Rhett, Pink. And one-of-a-kind collaboration. Reba McEntire and Kelsey Ballerini, Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, Maren Morris and Niall Horan. Plus, the biggest stars unite in the most powerful show open ever.
Don't you love country music?
The CMA Awards live
Tonight at 8/7 Central on ABC.
You wash the outside, clean the inside, and make sure maintenance is up to date. Pamper your car's engine and fuel system by adding Z-Max Micro Lubricant. Using the fluids as a carrier to reach internal parts, Z-Max literally soaks into metal, dispersing harmful carbon buildup. This helps improve performance, extend engine life, and reduce emissions. Get Z-Max today at zmax.com or your local auto parts store.
I was certainly nervous Casey Kane or Matt Kenseth would get this opportunity just based on their track record.
But in the end, with sponsorship from Smithfield Foods tagging along behind him, Stewart Haas Racing picked Eric Almirola to replace Danica Patrick in their 10-car next season. Almirola admits this could be a career maker or breaker.
There's two types of athletes in the world, and there's the athletes that are just excited to be a part of the show, and there's the athletes that want to make the show. And I feel like I'm in the latter category. I want the pressure. I want the ball in my hands when it comes down to the game-winning shot. I want to drive the fastest race cars, and I don't want to have an excuse that my equipment is not where it needs to be. So this is that opportunity. I've won Xfinity races. I've won truck races. I won Daytona in a cup car. So I think for me, I want to go win. I think anything short of winning and making the playoffs would be a disappointment.
In other news, Joey Logano is losing his spotter, Tab Boyd. Next season, he'll work for Hendrick Motorsports rookie driver William Byron. Kyle Larson and his girlfriend, Caitlin Sweet, are expecting their second child. It's due to arrive in May. Meanwhile, the TV ratings for the Texas Cup race were up 7%. And over the last few weeks, Xfinity Series driver Brennan Poole has helped provide over 7,000 meals to the hurricane victims in Houston.
Just crazy amounts of damage. It's hard to even understand how something like that could happen, but did everything that we could to try to make an impact, and in a small way, I feel like we accomplished that.
Drivers, start your engine!
NASCAR speeds to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Pennzoil 400 and a triple-header showdown.
Green flag waves and we're underway.
Tickets are going fast.
Keselowski uses the high line.
Great seats starting at $59 and kids pay just $10.
4 wide, getting into turn 3.
Call 800-644-4444 or select your seats at lvms.com.
Truex will get the edge.
Plan now for the NASCAR triple header. March 2nd through 4th at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Last weekend, Jimmy Johnson was asked how his teammate Chase Elliott had handled the situation at Martinsville with Denny Hamlin. His answer, really, really well.
There's just a style and charisma and presence that he has, and I think we've all noticed his maturity behind the wheel, but it does go further than that, you know, and how he handles situations like that. I mean, the guy really does have a lot of experience in a short period of time.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass, brought to you by Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Well, this happens often around the racetrack, but we hope it never happens to you. If it does, turn your problems over to the Collision Center at McCurry Deck, the preferred repair center. The Collision Center is the only body shop with a controlled downdraft booth. It's an approved insurance repair center. They repair all makes and all models. You have the right to go to the repair shop of your choice. Make it a good one. Make it the Collision Center at McCurry Deck, located behind McCurry Deck Motors, Highway 74A, Forest City.
High pressure building our way from the north and west should leave us with mainly sunny skies as we finish out the week today. It'll be breezy and a little warmer than yesterday, but turning less humid. Highs will reach about 54 to 60. Then tonight, mainly clear and cold with diminishing winds. We'll have lows that range in the mid-20s to low 30s. Then on Saturday, we'll see lots of sunshine, some periods of high cirrus clouds tomorrow. It'll be cooler and very dry. Highs about 44 to 50. I'm meteorologist Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
Thanks very much, Mike. We are experiencing a beautiful sunny Friday morning and 46 degrees. We started out about 37, 38. Now we're up to 46. It's going to be warming up to a real good warm temperature today of about 59 and light wind blowing. Weekend's going to be a nice weekend here in the Carolinas. Fall of the year, leaves are turning, they're falling, and we got cool temperatures. That's right, for high school football action tonight and all the veterans programs that are taking place this weekend. We hope you can avail yourself to as many of those as possible. Speaking of veterans, I've been telling you that we have a significant veteran in the studio with me this morning. Discovered by many of you know Bud Byers. He is a devoted, great American, done a lot of work over at his place to recognize all the services of the veterans. And Bud, we welcome you to the morning show.
Thank you, Jim. I'm so proud to get invited to, tell the people why I did this and something about my family, and that's what I'm here for.
Some folks back a number of months ago went over and saw an item that you had up there, but it has blossomed into so much more. How did this get started? What was your idea behind doing this?
Well, Jim, I retired 16 years ago. I only had one job in my life. I retired after 40 years. And I wanted to garden. I always was into gardening. I used to ride the trucks around the country and see people growing things. And I loved it. I said, that's what I want to do. Then I did that for a number of years. I never sold anything. I gave it all away. I worked sometimes 12, 14 hours a day and gave it to elderly people and different people. And then Jim, I saw what was happening in the country in the previous administration. Now, I'm not going to try to get political, but I saw flags being burnt, demonstration. I said, no, this is wrong, and I'm going to do something about it. So one night I studied about it all night long, and I just said, I'm going to do this. So I started with one flagpole. It was made from an old antenna, a 2-inch pipe that we used to have for an antenna for back before we had cable or satellite or whatever. And I did that with the American flag, and I had a state flag under it, and then a MIAPOW. And that's how it got started. Then I started adding some more. Then I started mulching and adding rose bushes, and I just grew and grew to what it is today. And I'm not through yet. As we speak, I'm having a World War I silhouettes made, and there's not a pattern. You have to get a graphics. A person that's educated in graphics to make a pattern for it. Then my friend down in Chester, South Carolina, John Cowan, he makes that stuff for me. And just like the Vietnam War Memorial I have up, it's not a pattern available. And I may have the only shadow of that in the United States. It very well could be that I do. It was made from a bronze statue of the Vietnam War Memorial in Washington, D.C. And then the last thing I did was a Korean War. Never seen a Korean War. Yeah. And the Korean War soldiers are different. They look like little fat men because they got on the ponchos. It was so cold. And in gloves, you never seen a soldier with gloves on. With their weapons with gloves because it was so cold in North Korea. A lot of them ended up with bad frostbitten feet. A lot of frostbitten feet veterans has been to my memorial, and they can't walk. One guy came by, he said it had 27 operations on his feet. And it just grew, Jim, and I just got so, I'm a little different from a lot of people. I don't do anything halfway. I was like the garden. I wasn't satisfied with 2 or 3 rows. I had to plant the whole neighborhood.
You got a plantation out there.
And then the same way with everything I've been involved in my life. I wasn't satisfied working 5 days a week on the job. I worked 7 days a week. I did. I worked 7 days a week. But then I had 3 children in college, and that wasn't free, and I never got any help from anybody. I didn't want any help from anybody.
Well, this memorial that you started you were explaining. Of course, I was out earlier, saw the earlier stages of it. I have not been in recently. I'm gonna come back at. But you're telling me that it's drawing people from all over the country, not just right here locally. Tell us about some of those visitors you've had.
Well, Jim, there's a paper in Mount Holly called the Gaston County Banner, and Mr. Hodge, he came up and did a story about that, and he had a circulation of Stanley, Mount Holly, Belmont, all over that part of Gaston County. And people get that paper, and they've read about it, and he put in there that I was inviting anybody to come, and a lot of people from down there came from Stanley. But one particular lady came, and her husband. They were in their 80s, and he was a Korean War veteran, and he had Alzheimer's. He never got out of the car. He just kind of done that, raised his hand at me. But his wife was very spry. She was very nice, and right away I knew that they were very classy people, because they were driving like a $60,000 BMW, and I knew they were. And she said, "This is so beautiful. We drove all the way up here from Gastonia." Said, "I'm going to give you $100 to buy." So I said, "No, ma'am, I can't take your money. I would." I said, "What you could do is you could buy me you could send me a flag in honoring your husband." She had indicated earlier that he was in the 25th Infantry Division in Korea, and I said, "You can send me a flag of the 25th Infantry Division, and I'll be honored to fly it." So she said, "I don't know where to get flags." "Where do you get flags?" I said, there is a real flag company down in Hillsborough, North Carolina, that is American made. They make a quality product." She said, "You have an address?" And I said, "Yes." "I have a catalog here in the truck." And I gave it to her, and she wrote it all down. She said, "Well, what are you working on now, Mr. Byers?" And I said, I'm doing something for the local police department, the sheriff's department, the EMS, the fire department, the first responders. That's what I'm doing now." She said, "That's good, that's good." I told her she'd get any kind of flag there. So a couple of days later, she left. I wouldn't take her money. She left. She called me. She said, "You'll get a package in a couple of days." I said, "Okay, thank you so much, ma'am." And I figured I was going to get a 25th Infantry flag. When it came as a big box, she had sent me 6 flags. A sheriff's flag. I've never seen a sheriff's flag before. I don't know whether there's another one flying in the state or not. And a fire department flag, a first responder flag, an EMS flag, the 25th Infantry flag honoring her husband. They're all flying in my memorial now, and that was something that really stood out. Then a lady from around Morganton came, and she brought her father, and her father was a Korean War veteran. He had bad frostbitten feet. He's the one that said he had 27 operations on his feet. And I helped him out of the car. He was on a walker, and his grandson was in Alaska in the Air Force, and that was his daughter, and that was her son. And they wanted a picture of him standing under my Air Force flag, so they could send it to Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
And she sent it right there. She took it and sent it right there in the garden with her electronically. And then she called me and said a couple of weeks later and said he had passed away.
Now, you're an Air Force veteran, are you?
Yeah.
You're an Air Force veteran.
Yeah, right.
How many years you served?
Well, Jim, I served 4 years. Then I got out. Now, I was in the really the height of the Cold War, and I was involved in nuclear testing in the Pacific, but I was in military air transportation, and I've been all over the Pacific, all over. I've been all the way to Formosa. It wasn't called Formosa then. It's not called Formosa now, But then it's called Taiwan now. And when they got their independence from the mainland China, they named it Taiwan. We had an air base there then. And I never will forget the first time when they were flying in on a transport plane, flying in over the sea of, the China Sea. Sitting out in the bay there was a battleship, a 7th Fleet battleship, because they were protected Formosa from mainland China. We was there. And then I got out, Jim. I went to North Carolina Truck Driver Training School on the GI Bill of Rights, and they paid for it. Then I'd been out 7 or 8 months, and I got recalled. My unit, I had an 8-year obligation, and I was in inactive. I got recalled for the Cuban Missile Crisis. And I ended up in Homestead Air Force Base in Florida, where we were going to launch the invasion on Cuba. And I didn't know we had that many B-52s, but we did. So I stayed there 91 days, and then they announced that we was going to remove the nuclear weapons under United States supervision, and the commander there said we'd have the reservists back home within 2 weeks, and we did. Then, and I forgot who, I've got that article somewhere at home. The governor of Florida said, they were in a paper in the Miami Herald, I believe the paper was, and I got a good memory about most everything. And he said when we moved out of Florida that Florida raised up 6 inches out of the water. We had so much military in, and I came back home, took a week off, went right back to work, and then of course I got discharged about over 3 years later. I didn't get discharged for 8 years. That was what I obligated to do.
You've become quite a celebrity since you built this memorial out there, and some folks will recognize the name Carl White. He's the executive producer and host of the award-winning syndicated TV show Carl White's Life in the Carolinas. Now, he's been out and filmed you, and it's going to be on television here pretty soon, right?
Yeah, he spent a whole Sunday afternoon with me, and then he's called me about every day since and wanting. He keeps wanting other stuff. He wants old military pictures. He wants pictures of my children, and I think he's making it a lot bigger than we originally. That's my opinion. I don't really know, but he's a nice guy.
Obviously, he's quite impressed with it. Do you know when that's going to be aired?
He has it. They're still working on getting it together because he's made it larger. I don't know, but it won't be on Veterans Day. He told me the other day it won't be tomorrow. It will not be tomorrow, and if you look in that paper you got today, you can at the bottom there, you can see how the people will find out when it is going to be.
www.lifeinthecarolinas.com.
That's true.
That features Bud Byers. We're talking with Bud Byers. He's a veteran and also the founder and creator of the Veterans Memorial over on Tiny Road in Ellenboro. And we'll be back to continue this conversation with him in just a moment. Let me remind you, though, that they've been in business 40 years and they're still kicking. That's the Carpet Barn, located on the old Highway 74 East in Ellenboro. They carry all popular brand names of flooring like Mohawk, Mannington, Shaw, from hardwood floors, laminate and ceramic tile. Owner is Ken McGinnis and certified installer Larry Bailey. They can help answer any questions you may have. Now at the Carpet Barn, you can get 50-ounce plush carpet for only $11.99 a yard by Shaw Carpeting. What a super deal that is. Shaw is one of the leading carpet companies in the world with the best grades of carpet. Dependable and quality service is what you get at the Carpet Barn. Stop in over there today. Say hello to Ken and Larry in Ellenboro, Old Highway 74, or call them at 245-2100 at the Carpet Barn. You'll be pleased to get to know these folks.
It is the first anniversary of the election of our president, and a celebration is in order for all Americans. Unlike the prior 4 wimpish, empty suits who were president in name only, we finally elected a man to do a man's job. Just for starters, President Trump has declared that this is a Christian nation and promotes Christianity on a daily basis. He defeated Hillary and the Democrat machine and has pulverized the press. These are major accomplishments that are making America great now. The economy and job market is the best in years, and tax cuts are coming. and that is only in 9 months. The Republican Trumpsters have exposed the Democrat tricksters to the point where it is impossible for them to retreat. Court should be their next stop. Good has won out over evil. Now let's celebrate with prayers for this great nation, for President Trump and his family. We have a bold leader that will make God's word stronger by being Christian correct, not politically correct, and President Trump, with God's help and ours, it will happen. Paid for by Ken Staggs.
I know what I want from my energy company. I want to know that my power is always on and that my energy is cleaner, safer, and affordable. That's why, as a Duke Energy lineman, I'm working hard to make that possible. I feel honored to serve our community. It's a good feeling knowing that I'm helping to build a smarter, reliable energy future for all of us, for my family and for yours.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
If you're looking for a rewarding opportunity, look no further. RestCare is proud of the dedicated staff in their ICF homes that assist consumers daily to live their best life. Staff like Aretha McCrimmon, Tanya Hampton, Gwen Batchelor, Vicki Love, Sarah Reinhardt, and Libby Smith, to name a few, that are dependable and focused at meeting the needs of our consumers every day. Contact Community Alternatives, a division of RestCare, at 828-466-6023 for more information about the jobs available and how to apply online. RestCare, making a living, making a difference. Getting your taxes done efficiently and precisely are so important. The least mistake can hurt you terribly. Take the stress off your tax preparation this year with the professional accounting services of Roger Jolly and Central Tax Services. Central Tax offers electronic filing, multi-state returns, and what we all like, fast refunds. 44 years experience. Turn to the tax service professionals. That's Central Tax Service on Oak Street in Forest City, or give them a call at 245-0557.
Have you heard the 3 big lies about Medicaid eligibility? First, if you need a nursing home, Medicaid will take your house. That's not true. Second, if you transfer assets, you have to wait 60 months to qualify. That's not true. And third, if you're already in a nursing home, it's too late to protect your assets. That's not true. Please call attorneys Gerald N. Willis, Ken Paulman, or Martin Gerard at the Arledge Law Firm for a free consultation and learn the truth about Medicaid and eligibility and nursing home care in North Carolina. It's more likely than you think that you may qualify and not lose everything you own. Call the Arledge Law Firm today at 287-3338, located on East Court Street in Rutherford. Again, that's 287-3338. I'm talking with Charles Bud Marvin Byers, better known to most of us as Bud Byers, United States Air Force veteran and the founder and builder of a great memorial there on Tiny Road in Ellenboro. Whereas the cap says, all gave some gave all, sums up his philosophy of life. He wants everybody to remember those many folks who gave their life for our great, great country. The foundation of what you've done, the garden is gone, now you just built this memorial and so everybody can enjoy. Is anybody welcome to come?
Jim, I'd like to say that. I would love for anybody from, you don't have to be a veteran, anybody, any race. I have a lot of good black friends that come by. I mean, I'm kind of an outgoing person, and Jim, I would like to say this. Everybody I deal with in this county, whether it be the sheriff's office, it be the register of deeds, the ladies down in the register of deeds lady, she's so fine, clerk of court, the DA's office, the veterans, Miss Susan Hall and Miss Risa Thompson have been so supportive of me on this, and any office I go to, the county commissioner's office, the ladies that work over there, the county manager, they're so nice and so kind, not because of this veteran thing. They were nice to me before I ever did this veteran thing. I just have a different attitude or a different outlook on things than a lot of people do. I don't complain about nothing. And then there's my family. I'd like to say this, my family. Have 2 daughters and a son. They're all highly educated, and I worked very hard for that. And I wasn't pushed to. I just wanted to do it. And then I have a sister and a brother that live here. And my sister and brother, I'm sure, listening in now. And no one could be any closer to their family than I am with my sister. She is just like me, exactly the way I am. And I love her very much. But, you know, Jim, my children, they're all highly educated, all with master's degrees, and you know all of them. You know my whole family. You know my son. And, you know, I just could not, I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Everybody is so kind to me. Of course, I speak to everybody. I went to New York and I was in the military and I was speaking to everybody on the street and they was looking at me like I was crazy. I said, what's wrong with these people? They said, they ain't used to somebody like you coming up here. But anyway, Jim, I'd like to say this, if you would allow me. I don't mind the cold. This has been my whole outlook in life. I don't mind the cold because I've always had a fire that warmed me. I don't mind the rain because it makes the flowers grow. I don't mind the thorns as long as my family are the rose. I've always felt that way in my life. And I'm 80 years old. I'm in very good health. My dad died when he was 57. And 80 years old, and I feel like a young man. I work 12, 14 hours a day, and I don't never get tired. I don't know why. If I'd have known I was going to live this long, Jim, I'd have taken better care of myself.
Well, you're a great American, bud. Everybody knows you, loves you, respects you, and so proud of your time that you've given to building this memorial over here. And I think it's one of those things that ought to be required viewing by high school students and elementary students. That'll be a field trip.
Yeah.
So come let them tour.
Oh, I love that.
Let you give them a history of what's taking place.
I love that. One other thing I'd like to say, Jim, if being a real patriot and a real honest, straight-up person, if there was a crime against being that way, Sheriff Francis would be over here today with a warrant for me, and Ted Bell would see that I was put behind the gray walls of a prison doing time.
The memorial address is 1466 Tiny Road, Ellenboro, and Bud says you're welcome to come by anytime, and most time he's there. He'd be glad to give you a first-hand talk on what that's all about. If he's not there, just feel free to walk around, and be sure to listen up and watch lifeinthecarolinas.com to find out when this TV program that they're doing. You read about it in this week's Rutherford Weekly. Also, the Daily Courier has done an expose on it as well, along with other newspapers around the district. And Congressman Patrick Henry has been out there, and other dignitaries along the way, and a lot of the veteran folks are recognizing what this Veterans Memorial is all about. And Bud, we're so proud of you. Keep up the good work. God bless America, you folks. So be sure to attend the Veterans Service tomorrow morning over at RS Middle School. It starts at 9:30, and we hope you'll come. There's special recognition for all the veterans in all branches of service. And meanwhile, think about joining us for the live remote broadcast over Jason's Discount Grocery at 10 o'clock this morning. Meanwhile, have a wonderful weekend, folks, and say something nice to some veteran that you know and thank them for their service. God bless America.
From Orlando on the influx to the Sunshine State.
An estimated 140,000 Puerto Ricans have already come to the U.S. mainland on their own, and bringing her baby to Florida was a hard decision for Mikel Alvarez.
Because we love Puerto Rico.
She says water and food shortages made the decision easier. Some people are staying with friends and family. Others are in motels like a Roadway Inn in Kissimmee, where manager Heidi Harrington says FEMA is paying for the first 22 days to start with.
But they've been extending it. As long as they're willing to extend it, we're willing to keep them.
The federal government is now investigating a construction worker who was critically injured this week at a Durham job site when a large metal beam fell 5 stories to the ground, crushing a portable toilet with the man inside. Another worker, Luis Camarota, tells ABC 11.
We called 911 with some other guys, and we're trying to figure out what was going on.
Tensions are escalating between Lebanon and Saudi Arabia amid reports surfacing now that Lebanon is demanding that the prime minister, who is said to have resigned almost a week ago while in Saudi Arabia, be returned to Lebanon. CBS's Holly Williams is following developments from Istanbul.
Saad al-Hariri resigned suddenly as Lebanon's prime minister on Saturday while visiting Saudi Arabia, and in very mysterious circumstances. There have been reports that Saudi Arabian authorities forced him to quit his job and he's being held under house arrest. Those reports have not been officially confirmed and the Saudis insist that al-Hariri is a free man. We simply do not know exactly what's happened.
All high schools and the Cabarrus County school system were closed on Thursday out of what police said was an abundance of caution. Police say the system received a bomb threat, which was proved to be not credible. Mike.
We are country at its best with a blend of yesterday's memories. WCAB, Rutherfordton.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. President Trump attending the APEC summit in Vietnam. Upon his arrival in Da Nang, he said the United States is open to mutually beneficial trade deals with member countries, so long as those member countries know the U.S. will always come first.
From this day forward, we will compete on a fair and equal basis. We are not going to let the United States be taken advantage of anymore.
The White House says a formal meeting between President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin will probably not happen because of scheduling conflicts. Republican senators say if allegations of sexual misconduct with a 14-year-old many years ago are true, there's no place for Judge Roy Moore in the Senate, but what will happen to the race?
Election day is December 12th, and the Alabama Secretary of State's office tells ABC News that ballots have already been printed and absentees have already been mailed out. In a forceful denial, Moore gave no indication he plans to withdraw from the race, but if he did, another Republican would have to launch a write-in campaign. Luther Strange, who lost to Moore in a primary runoff, said no comment when asked if he'd consider one. Either way, supporters of Democrat Doug Jones think he's got a better chance than he did a few days ago.
ABC's Brad Milkey. There will have to be some big compromises on Capitol Hill if the House and Senate are to agree on a tax plan before the end of the year.
There are major differences between the House and Senate plan, including how they could impact middle-class Americans, how much they could add to the deficit. Hammering this all out now is going to be a real challenge, and Republicans know that politically they cannot head home for the holidays empty-handed.
That's ABC's Mary Bruce at the Capitol. The Senate plan would delay corporate tax breaks longer than the House plan. The Senate plan would also eliminate all state and local tax deductions. Dow futures are down 100 points as investors get worried the tax deal might not be voted on by the end of the year. Olympic gold medal gymnast Allie Raisman telling 60 Minutes that she was sexually abused by team doctor Larry Nassar. Nassar accused by dozens of doing the same thing. You're listening to ABC News.
Brought to you by Poison Pen Press.
The holiday season is almost here, but you can gift shop right now and save a bundle. On a bundle. A bundle of books, that is. Shop right now and get better pricing than anywhere. Even better than Amazon Prime. Right now, you can buy the first 4 Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries books and get free shipping, too. The books that created the Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries on Netflix are great gifts for anyone who loves to read. And all 4 books are just $49.95. And shipping is free. You know Miss Fisher. She's unflappable, unconventional, and totally uninhibited, taking on every adventure with her unique flair. This is gift giving at the best price anywhere. 4 books, just $49.95, and shipping is free. Go to 44bundle.com. That's the number 44, then bundle.com. Save a bundle and get free shipping. Go to 44bundle.com.